Good evening, Greg here, burning at both ends, burning on the back end of Wednesday, 11:51 p.m. Pacific. It is the 26th of September, and tonight was the last night of Music in the Park here in Albany at Memorial Park. This is an awesome series that they do every September, every Wednesday. There is live music, like friendly live music from 6:30 to 8 Pacific, and it's just a great time. Kids love going, we love going. Get to see the parents, get to hang out with some friends. Kids get to run around like crazy and dance. And so tonight was the last night, and so it was a special. It's always packed on the last Wednesday, and so it was a ska band, really good stuff, and it was just cool to be with the family and do some family time. And then I have to admit, and this is something that I'm working on, is then coming back and then putting the kids to bed. Didn't feel like kind of hitting the garage in the evening here. Just tired, didn't feel like it, right? For no other reason, but I knew I just had to go through the motion of getting into the garage and just getting into the work. I knew if I just did that, and maybe I was certainly a little slow in doing it, I'm sure. But anyway, excuse me. It was certainly a struggle, but I got here, and I found myself, once I kind of created a small to-do list of the people I need to get back to, it became easy. Got a couple bonus tasks here. I am the co-food coordinator for an event that's going on at my daughter's elementary school this Sunday, and so got to handle that. Got to handle the side hustle with Fundraise Up. Got to handle the 9 to 5. And things are going great. Fire builders are still rocking. I'm not sure what day I'm in, but still crushing that. And definitely getting into some really good conversations with Fundraise Up. Starting to really kind of get comfortable talking about it. Getting right to the chase. Cutting right to the chase, right? Starting to really try to laser focus on what are the really critical details to relay to someone to get them to kind of understand what we are offering, because we are a very unique product, I've noticed, and there can be some confusion in what we are as far as how intensive a system we are to adopt. And pretty much one of the beautiful things about the product is that Peter and the co-founders have done an amazing job in making our product insanely ridiculously easy to try out. There's essentially no commitment of any kind. And we can pretty much get you up and running in probably an hour, but we say 24 hours because you want to have plenty of time for it. But yeah, it seems like there's really a low bar to give us a try, and there's a really high upside to what essentially we've proven we can do for other customers. So I feel it's a very powerful selling position. I feel it's really, the only objection that I could think of that we can't come back at is if someone says our conversion rate is easily as good as what the guys are doing. That's the only response that could possibly not, have a customer try us. But and anything else related to fees, and I'm also really, the fee question I've noticed can be a very dangerous question because it's a complicated calculation, actually, relatively speaking, right? There are fees involved with having subscriptions, monthly fees. There are that a nonprofit would pay. There are transaction fees, and the transaction fees are based on what method of payment the person's going to use, and we don't know. Is it ACH? Is it Visa, Amex? Is it PayPal? Something else? So it's not a straight, because you have to factor all that in. Any monthly fees, any transaction fees, anything else. I mean, you might argue marketing for that campaign might be included in the fee you paid for that donation, right? So it's really not clear how to calculate it and what's a nice apples to apples. And so when I'm experimenting with is skipping over that whole kind of frustrating conversation about trying to calculate something and just saying things like, we're going to guarantee that your fees are not going to go up. So whatever you're paying now, you'll pay that or less. We'll make sure of it. And if our product is working for you, then that means you're getting, substantially more donations, and you're thrilled about that. And so so any fee you're paying to get that is negligible, because it's far less than any type of like marketing campaign increase, or imagine trying to double your marketing campaign. That's some substantial dollars. So, and also effort. And so either the product's working for you, you're loving the bottom line, and the fee is negligible, or you're thrilled to pay it because it's the return is just incredible, or the product is not working for you and you throw it away. It's that's how easy I'm seeing this like sales process. Because that's the whole thing, is that we can get, and I'm already seeing it, like you can get stuck in these conversations forever about little nitpicky things where it's like, yeah, give us a shot, give us a campaign, your fees will be less. There's essentially no downside. There's only an upside. And since it's just plug and play, and it's really not a big deal to give it a shot, I'm really kind of enjoying this position, because I find it to be like a kind of a powerful position to be behind. So Fundraise Up is going really well. And so like so the key thing is, right, so I have a scheduled call with a gentleman I met on Facebook that does Facebook's ads, and essentially his advertisement like behind his profile is ask me anything about Facebook ads. So I will ask him. And so so the goal is to talk to him, see what he see what he recommends, do some of my own training, and then build these kind of like 3 to 5 video suites and start testing them, and and maybe even make 2 pointed video sets, one for nonprofits in particular, one for folks that want to help nonprofits, and see if, because even if I can get in front of, right now it's very slow, as you can imagine, even if I can get in front of like 100 people or 100 nonprofits or 100 folks that want to help nonprofits a week or something, this is where I really want to understand the Facebook ads, and what's the reach and what's the cost. But my guess, from what I understand, it should be in the hundreds of people pretty quickly, as far, and also there's a global reach to it. And I was even thinking about, with the video set, have it transcribed, and then have it not converted, but why can't I think of the word? Have it put into other languages. So for some reason that word is not, it's not transcribed, but it's something else, and I can't remember what it is. And it's kind of annoying me that I can't remember this simple word. It's just, for some reason, it's just not in my brain right now. Delicious. Love this bubbly water. My Lamar lemons. I have to say, this lemon tree that we have here is just phenomenal. The lemons we get, just cannot speak more highly about these lemons. So it's great. It's great. Where was I? Oh yeah, translated. There we go. That took way too long. It must be late. So translated into have the videos. Wow, this is quite a little divergence with the water here. Have it translated different languages, and then start Facebooking in different countries. I think that would be crazy awesome. And the goal would be to have so many folks showing up. Because this is what I'm thinking is, we need to find. And this is actually, I'm giving a talk tomorrow night at San Francisco State University. And the name of my talk, I'm ripping this off, Crossing the Chasm, right? It's going to be about technology transfer. And when you go to the book, and the first folks, right? This is kind of the famous, I'm not sure if you can see that, if that's in focus or not. But anyway, that's essentially the technology adoption curve, right? And the people in the front, the first people, are the innovators and the early adopters. Those are the people that kind of get the startup off the ground. And then the famous chasm is in between the early adopters and the early majority, right? And so what we're looking for is, we are looking for the innovators. Actually, we're looking probably for the early adopters. We're probably kind of in that transition period right now. And so we need the people that like the first 3 sentences about the conversion rate, they're like, that's awesome, I want to try it. Like that, those are the people that we need right now, because we need people that get it, right? And it's tough because a lot of these nonprofits don't understand what their conversion rate is. So it's a tough, so the sell is then somewhere else. And I think we need to offer some kind of like free kind of nugget on the front end. Like, here, run a 30-day campaign, no fees. Well, I mean, there's going to be a gateway fee, which is the transaction fee that, Stripe pay, for charges. We can't avoid that. But essentially, Fundraise Up takes no fee for the first 30, for a 30-day campaign. Apples to apples comparison. How are we doing? I think we need something like that, because a lot of these platforms online, you'll notice, have some type of like try it for free for a little while. Get hooked on it and then start paying. And I think we need to have something like that, just to remove any because the way I see it, we need to get this product in the hands of the customer. And once they start using it, then they're gonna be like, wow, this is really awesome. And the other cool thing is that there are so many ways to use the product. It's not just donation button on the front of the website. Right, I'm thinking like there's definitely some like keynote challenge thing going on where you're in front of a huge audience and you drop a URL up on the big screen, and everyone, how much can we donate in 3 minutes, go, kind of a thing. I think that there's a lot of places where you have large audiences where in a very short amount of time you can just get a bunch of donations for a good cause. So I think think we're pretty good. Yeah. So looking at Facebook, talking. I think his name is Abdullah. I need to check his first name. It's very close to that. But psyched to talk to him. Psyched to get going on these videos. And my goal is to have so many people calling in that I'm like pissing off headquarters in Brooklyn. Like they're like all annoyed because they're not going to be annoyed. They're going to be freaking excited, right? To get them so crazy and excited. How about that? Yeah, to get them so crazy and excited that there are so many people dialing up to sign up that I don't know, that we're super excited. I guess I didn't really have a good conclusion to that comment. Yeah, it's getting late, so I will turn it in. So check out the description below. Good links in there. The beat in the background, G Money, is my alter ego. I write these beats. Check them out on SoundCloud if you like that kind of thing. This channel is all about my journey as an aspiring entrepreneur. So subscribe if you like what you hear. Comment down below. Would love to hear what you got to say. Especially, I would love to be of service. So if there's something I can do to help, please let me know. I will do my best to try. And that's it. So get some rest. Wake up tomorrow, light it up, crush it, do great things, inspire folks, and I will see you in the morning.